everybody, it's Linda G. I'm so excited. So I'm a little tired. I'm just kind of making it. But I just wanted to come on here. I had some leftover questions that we did with Mel. And I just wanted to tell you about some stuff. Apparently, this is the intel. Apparently, Trump is in a very solemn mood. You think? And here's the hard part. I told my guys, they know what we're talking about, but they just said, remember they wanted me to get off that Trump train, and it's going to be hard. He's going to go through a lot of stuff, you guys. It's going to get pretty nasty, but we cannot take glee or favor in it. And I know that sounds terrible. You almost have to be a saint not to. But they have told us, don't rally in glee over the downfall of this man. There was a purpose to him, believe it or not, and it really, really tested our democracy. And because of him, there'll be a lot of changes coming up as far as who can run for president even. They're going to put some more barriers. I truly think, and I'll tell you if I'm wrong, I know she's going to win, but I think we'll know that night she's going to win. And I don't know if it'll be announced, but I think by looking at the map, I'm feeling like she gets over 300. But he's been getting a hold of Congress, giving everybody a what for, and don't you dare call it. And don't you this. See, here's the thing that's coming up, and you guys will be very happy to hear this. His ability to tell people what to do is not happening. It's going downhill because he's a loser. So he just keeps losing and losing. He is going to call out some stuff and act like this or that. But what's happening, this is what I saw. The people that are so pro-Trump and it's stolen. It's stolen. It's his people. All of a sudden they're just tired. All of a sudden I see them stop in midstream and kind of drop their sword and say, "Yeah, no, I'm done." That's what I saw. And Putin, I got a big hit on Putin today. Very, very upset with Trump. And I just keep hearing him say he needed to keep his big mouth shut. I think Putin even got a hold of him or something, because you can see his attitude. Well, he's exhausted too. But Putin kind of said, would you just shut up? They're really looking at J.D. Vance to take over. So they're just like going through this hoping and praying that their underhandedness will work, but it won't. It's not going to work, okay? So that's good news. Now the Senate is going to be close, and the Senate, we might not know that night. We got to wait for more votes to come in. I feel Congress, we know right off the top. Okay. So let's look. And God bless. Prayers for Oklahoma, for Texas. Spain is still going through some tough times here. Barcelona. My friend Carol from Angel Heart told me somebody reported there's a Facebook with 600 subscribers pretending to be me. This person fraudulently wrote this person and said, for $100, pay here and I'll give you a reading. It's a fraud. It's a fake. And let me tell you what, I used to have another Facebook channel, and I stopped it because of this. Somebody copied me and pretended to be me. They're in they're not in the United States. I reported it to Facebook, and they said, oh, well, they wouldn't do a thing about it. So Facebook does nothing about people who steal your identity. Just FYI. So please know I tried, but they wouldn't do it. But whatever you do, I'm not doing personal readings anymore. I'm going to end the end of December for those who have already done paid readings. And FYI, in the new year, probably after January or February, I'll start, doing some live stuff so people can get a little reading or give away 30-minute readings, but I'm not going to get tied up like I was, because even going to see my friends in they live in Arizona, the middle of this month. I have one day that I'm leaving. I have to reschedule the people that I had down, and that is about ready to be gone. Okay. So we're doing good. And for my friend Joy Harjo, she said they already got a couple of storm warnings. So let's pray for her. And my son just wrote and said it's supposed to be pretty windy tomorrow night, 30 miles and up. And it's hard when the humidity is so low. So, but we knew this. Remember when hey, listen, wait till I do the 2025 future. I'll have to sit down and start picking up what I need to see. But let's check it out, what's going to happen, because they were so dead on this last time. Remember, it was water, it was flooding, water, and wind. Like we will have winds like we've never known. That's what I heard. I'm so sorry, but we're going through this healing process, and then we'll come out the other end, but it's really tough. So, okay. So that's the 411. So let me find, oops, the house is creaking because of the wind. Guys are still asking about the little secret. Now, don't forget, Mike Johnson will not be in charge come January 3rd. Let me tell you something. This is the feeling I got. This dark cloud coming over these repubes in Congress. Like a big, just the falling of a dark cloud. And all of them just sort of thinking, we're not going to get out of this. Part of the reason they want Trump to win so bad is he'll do a blatant pardon, because all of them are insurrectionists. I told you that our guy, Jack Smith, has subpoenas ready to go, and he's going to get in there and start hitting them up. It's going to be a bloodbath. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. And some of them will try to backtrack on Trump. Watch it. Watch this space. Some of them are going to try to backtrack on Trump and act like, well, we wondered, he was kind of going cray and all this. No, you're a day late and a dollar short. You were part of this insurrection. I still think Holly's going to lose too. Please, dear God, yes. I want you guys to get plenty of rest. I don't want you to toss and turn. I want you to tell the realm, thank you. Thank you, because we know there's good people in this world. There's more good people in this world than there's bad. And oh, by the way, they showed the Trump arena where he was supposed to be today. I can't remember which one it was. I don't think it was Philadelphia. It was another one. And it was crickets. Nobody was standing in line. The people are still going to love him. Nothing you can do about that. Okay. And the numbers, a lot of these numbers that they're coming up with are fake news. Don't ever trust those polls, not even for Kamala. But she's going to win. Okay, so tell me. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. Tell me about the outcome of Mike Johnson. And then tomorrow night, after it's announced, even if they don't formally announce, we'll know she won. We might do a live. I might go on real quick and say, hey, I'll be in my PJs with my chili cheese dog. Hell to the yeah. Ooh. Okay, so what's her secret? Yeah, they're waiting. They're waiting patiently for a nothing burger. Nothing's going to happen for them. They're trying to keep things hidden. They're working behind closed doors. They think they got something, but it's going to blow up in their face. They're fools. They're fulls. And they're kind of stuck. Like they go to make an option and they're stuck. Here's President Biden. Oh, do you think President Biden might actually step in and say, oh, hell to no? He's got powers thanks to the Supreme Court. He might say, enough, I'm done. Nope, you guys just move on. And I guess the governor of Philadelphia, or maybe it wasn't Philadelphia, it was some state. I just saw him on the news, a little short white guy. He was saying, and for those people who think they're going to go out and protest and create all kinds of chaos, F around and find out. He said a naughty word. Oh my. So please, everybody, stay home, be calm. Even if you see a bunch of rambling on the streets, it's just people needing to get their frustrations out. Although there will people be out there, you're young folks, you know how you young folks are. Party, hell to the yeah. And I said on Mel's show that I saw President Kamala. She won't even mind us calling her Kamala. That's weird. I just got that. She will take care of that Supreme Court. She's already talking behind closed doors about packing the court. I'm telling you right now. I saw that conversation. But she needs that Senate to be able to do it. And they're going to do something to make this happen easier. I even see Mitch McConnell just basically thinking, there's nothing I can do here. No more of him being able to stop them from taking over. It's going to be a takeover. You know, sometimes it's good to have both sides, but it's not good when they lied and cheated and put people in that had no business being there. This will change that whole cosmetic thing of the Supreme Court. They're going to have big time cosmetic surgery and it's going to be all changed. And I even see Amy Coney Barrett getting on the horse, doing the right thing. She's not going to be able to do, she's going to have to step aside. They may get her online to Congress or to the Senate, but she's not going to be able to keep doing special interests. Like these guys needed to say, no, I can't serve on this particular case because I'm connected. This guy gives me billions of dollars, or my husband's related to this. You know, did you see Kamala's husband had a choice to make when she said, I'm going to go for, he stepped down. He didn't want any conflict of interest. He did not want anything. And he stepped down, unlike most people. He stopped working. If you think about it, Jill didn't stop working. But, you know, she comes from that school. But there was nothing underhanded with Jill, you know, so it's a beautiful thing. So again, I do feel Putin's going to go cray cray. Putin knows when Trump loses, and he knows Trump's going to lose, that they're pretty much done. I see Kamala just handing, thanks to the Congress, Zelensky everything he needs. They won't put boots on the ground, but I see them giving them what they need. Did you hear they've already put out a piece? Some of those North Koreans have already accidentally bombed Russians. And a bunch of them have vacated the position. And I don't know what all. But I told you it wasn't going to work out. That a lot of psychics, you know, I don't watch too many psychics because there's good psychics out there, and I don't want their opinion to conflict with mine. I want mine to come out. And a lot of people say, hey, Linda, so-and-so said exactly. And it's honest to God, because we're not watching each other's shows, because we got the same info going here. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait till tomorrow. I am so peaceful today. I'm almost so peaceful. I'm like, I just woke up from another nap. I get up and go back to sleep. And I got that extra hour too. But I get up and I go back to sleep. So there must be some sort of energy healing going on right now. But Kamala's going to go in and she's going to take care of that Supreme Court. Probably the whole makeup of the court will be changed after she gets in office. So that's January. So give her a few months by springtime. I think Thomas will be gone by springtime. We need to look at Andre because he gets better dates, astrologically. So things are going to change. I love it. But a lot of people that were just tired of Trump are going to actually downvote blue because they know she can't change things unless they have a majority. Like this whole getting rid of Social Security or hurting Obamacare, they're not going to be able to touch it. Can't touch this. Do. Oh, sorry. Okay, so Putin will be running for his life. I told you guys this. And Netanyahu, listen, she's coming off strong, but not overkilling it, if you know what I mean. And she's saying there's just too many people. She said this out loud, just too many people that have been killed. She can't go totally against Biden. I love President Biden, and I know he thinks he's doing what's best. You got to stand with Israel. But that guy is a criminal. That'd be like, well, we got to stand with Trump. The guy's a criminal, and he's going in there and killing innocent human beings and then saying, oops, we didn't mean to do that. And Biden keeps drawing a line. You guys know what I'm talking about. I wish I could sit down. Let's actually sit down at the table, at the Intel table like I used to do. That big long table, and I see the president on the end. He's pissed at Netanyahu. I see him calling him all kinds of names. Well, they're pretty much stopping any monies going to him, but Kamala's going to do more. I see her. See, what happened is, it's unfortunate. Sort of like what happened in Afghanistan. What happened is these young children that have lived through this won't forget. And they're going to grow up to be terrorists. And there's a lot of people that I see working against the United States because of this. You did nothing for us. And they're going to hate Israel. Somebody just announced that Israel is no longer a state. And he will be arrested on crimes of against humanity. Tell me what happens at the table. Oh, and he's talking to Trump all the time. I see her totally cutting off any kind of arms to Israel. And I see other people backing her up. She'll be more vocal on this egregious humanitarian explosion that has been caused by, it was terrible what happened in October, but you don't wipe out a whole civilization. It's some of the stuff that happened thousands and thousands of years ago. That's sort of the stuff with Hitler, where he tried to get rid of all the Jews, and they're kind of doing the same thing. They want to get rid of, and they are. I hate to tell you this, you guys. I hate to tell you this. So sorry, but I really feel a lot of it is because they want that land, and they want to grow big hotels. And old Jared is over there licking his lips. I want to know why Jared and Ivanka absolutely will have nothing to do with Trump besides what we think, that he's great. I heard through the grapevine, this is hearsay, entertainment purposes only. I heard that Trump was very angry right now at Ivanka. He's thinking if she had just helped him out, he would be up in the polls. That's what I'm getting. Not that, she had nothing to do with him getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, the check's cleared with Melania. Melania will be under investigation. I wanted to tell you that. I think I had a dream about it because I saw her having to be before somebody, some bigwig, and she has to explain about her visas, and I think Epstein had something to do with it. We'll look at Epstein too, you guys. Hold on, let me write that down. Okay. This is my intuitive view pen that I got from Kim when I was up in Utah. It's a very nice pen. Thank you, Kim. It's a magical pen. Okay, so Melania. I just want to look, let me do a real quick look at Netanyahu again. And don't forget, Andres does see his downfall. And I saw like someone put a bag over his face, or I don't know if he's kidnapped or what. Netanyahu. Yeah, he's going to be trying. When she wins, he knows he's done. She'll still listen to the intel from Israel and from the United States, but she's not playing it. She's not playing the same thing, different day. That Christopher Wray better start looking for a job because she's not going with the same old, same old. Oh, traditionally we keep the same people. No, we don't. I'm starting fresh. I'm getting new folks in there. I got a new DOJ. She's going to do some changes. I don't want to overemphasize because she's a professional. She's a former Department of Justice head in the state of California. She knows what she's doing, but she's going to make sure people don't feel like they're stuck or they have to play politics. Okay, so Netanyahu was getting some money under the table from other people within and then Yahoo's going before the tribal. Um, look at that. Justice will be done. Justice will be done. Ooh, yeah, he's not going to feel very well, too. And I feel that, I don't know, Biden is so angry at him, but it's almost going to be easier for him to hand the reins to her. So, because she won't take care of business, and she's got no alliance to him. And she's seen the intel. You guys, we haven't seen nearly what has happened to those babies and people starving. They even had to fight him when they were trying to bring nourishments and medicine in, and he said, no, no food, no. Hello? Who does that? And then now they're talking, by the way, just FYI, off the beaten track here. Oh, now next we need to talk about, what's the word when you say we pardon President Trump, former President Trump. And that would be cool if the country could do that. Sorry, I said that out loud. Okay, that would be cool. But he is so malicious and ugly. There is nothing about him that would be trustworthy to even do that. You couldn't pardon this man and say, okay, go on your way. That's like those killers that, they get served a short jail sentence and they go and kill a family right after. That's who he is. He wouldn't be able to stop, and he still would talk trash. Because that guy on the 28th, I need to look at the 28th. Sorry, you guys, there's so much good stuff coming up right now. So Netanyahu I've told you this before, and it shows again. Now let's look at Melania, because I feel Melania's in trouble too. Melania's in trouble about some money too. Melania met Donald via Jeffrey Epstein. apparently their first encounter was on, I think, Epstein's plane. She believed Donald. She was impressed because he had money, or so he acted like it. Tell me about Melania. She's kind of cold as ice, you guys. I did read that book about her assistant, Stephanie something, when she wrote her and said, could you please write out on Twitter? We need to calm down, please, everybody, when they were pouncing on the Capitol. She refused. She said no. People were begging, even the insurrectionists were begging Trump to please make it stop. They said you're ruining your future, and that's what he did. So don't cry to me. All right, so here we go. Yeah, she's gonna want to move out of Dodge. It's something to do with money too. She actually has another love relationship. But look at this. She didn't have very much money, or she comes from poverty. And here's, I hate to say it, more like a slap on her hand. Sorry, you guys, it's not huge prison or anything. I think she's going to take off. She's one I think is going to take off so she doesn't have to testify. However, I do see Ivanka testifying against her husband and her dad. Melania feels more like, yeah, F you guys, I'm out of here. Okay, so let's look at Epstein. So all this stuff is coming about Epstein. And forgive me for saying this out loud, but who among you have not heard this stuff before? I remember these stories. I remember about that young girl. They were talking about it, that it was a court thing, that she had been assaulted by him. She was only 13. All this stuff is not new. And now they're bringing it out again, but they're bringing out these tapes that Epstein's talking about, things that Trump did. His people won't pay attention. I see. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what I see. I see the hit that's really going to take him down is stealing national records. That is the Trump card. That is the thing. This thing, yeah, it's ugly, it's nasty, it's dirty. Plus, they bought it. They had him removed, physically removed. I've said that since I heard about it. I mean, hello, cameras stopped working, you hear screaming, the guards who were supposed to be there weren't there. Hello. Yeah, he was taken out. This is why. He was taken out because he knew he was in huge trouble. He was starting to panic. And he told Barr, you tell Trump, if I go down, he's going down with me. I have pictures, I have this, I have that. And then Barr's father was involved with him. And Barr went to visit him the day before he was killed. And he brought a very young girl dressed in a suit, making her look like she was an attorney. And she went up to the attorney room with him, with Epstein, and they had some time alone. So Barr was trying to be nice and kiss butt and all this. Then the guy's dead the next day. And they had to get rid of him because he was going to squeal. And by the way, it was the FBI and CIA that got into that safe and got those pictures. I don't know if they're still around, if they were destroyed, but they got those pictures, okay? Because that's what he was holding against Trump. So, yeah. But don't forget, Putin, there's a lot of stuff they're going to find on Putin. When Putin's gone, there's a lot of stuff coming out about Trump. There's so much stuff that is not even funny. He's a perv. He's not a very good man. So the Epstein tapes, are they going to make any difference right now? Not with his people. He's still not paying anybody. He's supposed to be paying people for the things, the events he's having. He ain't paying nobody. You know who else was like that was John Kennedy. As much as I love him, but they never had any cash on them. So every time they went somewhere, he'd always have to have his friends or the chauffeur or somebody pay the tab. What I think Epstein's demise will come out, the truth about it. I don't know if it's in my lifetime, but it's a few years down the road. The angel of light will let the truth be known. There's a lot of truth factors coming out. We will be kind of cleansed of all the energy that Trump has done. We will be strengthened. We will be successful. And look at this. Here's our president handing us. She's going to be more the truth type. She's not going to keep things behind closed doors. She's going to be coming out with it. Like, we need to know it. She will, but she's not going to pardon him. I'm telling you right now, she is not going to pardon him. I'll tell you who she may pardon is President Biden's son, because she doesn't want to see President Biden suffering. So even though he won't do it, she will probably do it. Yeah, she's a good boss and she has a lot of help, but she will expect people to toe the line. I couldn't work for her now because I'd be too damn tired. But back when I was younger, she likes you thinking ahead. You know what? As a scrub nurse, and those of you who've worked in surgery, as a scrub nurse, you almost have to be the surgeon, because I had to memorize all the tools used in surgery, brain surgeries, neural surgeries, blah, blah, blah. And what you do, and you had to have a special way of putting it in the hand of the doctor. So it would be a flip of the wrist. So he could grab it. He's not looking at you. He's doing this. And you had to be one up on him. So I always had my sutures ready to go. I'd know the doctor, the type he liked. And, you know, even like a C-section, you pretty much know you need the bladder blade, you need this, you need that. And then you just hand it to him. And the assistant doctor, you just hand it to him and you think ahead of them. So it's almost like you're orchestrating the surgery. Of course, you don't get nearly the ducats that they get, but you're orchestrating the surgery. You got to hand it off ASAP. And then a couple of times, you know, those suction cups they use to get babies out? Well, when they do that during a C-section with the abdomen open, they would accidentally grab the vagal nerve, maybe the umbilical cord, which pulled the vagal nerve, and the mother would crash. And then as soon as she crashed, I had to be the second surgeon. So we just moved that table between me and the doctor. And the second surgeon would be doing the compression and the anesthesiologist would be doing the breathing. And that's how we rolled. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll. Anyway, enough about me with my Nancy nurse days. But I had some edge of your seat. And you know, some of these young girls were so undernourished that you put, I think it was called Coke. They look like biting things that you pull the fascia up. You know, you would snap, and you yank it up. It would tear. Their muscle tore, everything tore. The skin, all of it was so bad. It was so sad. I even had skinny little girls that I would draw their blood in the ER. Tiny. And the syringe, half of it was fat. It's amazing. We got to take care of our bodies more. Probably if you did that to me now, half of it would be fat. Okay, so we did Epstein. The Epstein, there's going to be a couple of books written about it too. And I see a movie on Epstein. Okay, so my friend Joe just wrote me and said Arizona is starting to go blue, very slightly, and all the late voters are going for Kamala. Well, I know they said she wouldn't win Arizona, but I always felt she would, but we'll see. The main thing, she's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Texas is not in play. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I do feel Colin Allred, very good chance of winning. Okay, so now, where was I going? The 28th. Let's do the 28th. Yeah, tomorrow you won't be hearing from me. I'll probably be eating everything in the house. Tomorrow, I'm glad I have a nail appointment Wednesday. I wouldn't make it for tomorrow. But, girl, I do not want to be out and about. I want to be right there. I don't think, well, I know I'm not going to watch MSNBC or any of those. I'm going to watch. I mean, even Joe, Morning Joe is saying it's tight. It's tight. No, it's not. But the proof is in the pudding. We'll see. Maybe they're right and I called it wrong. But it's not. Uh-oh. I dropped some cards. Okay, so we want to know this judge is, we want to know what's going to happen on the 28th to Trump. Will he send him house arrest or jail? He really, in a way, it was better for him, some relief that he doesn't have to deal with this until this whole fiasco is over with. It's a little chilly outside, you guys. Tell me what I can tell everybody about Judge Marchand. And don't think Fani's out of the picture. Let me tell you, that thing's coming back with a vengeance. He's got so much. Oh my God, and he's running out of money. It's a beautiful thing. Ooh. This is probably the judge. He's got a good heart like Biden. Ooh, justice is firm, justice is there. Yeah, he may be sending him away, you guys. Sending them home and saying you're on some sort of restriction, but there's so many cases coming up. So many cases coming up. Look at this, the strength all the way through August. Trump's got to come up with a lot of money here. By March, Trump is having to look at paying out a lot of money. So this must be that New York thing where he has to pay, is that Tisha James? He's got to pay 500 and something million, and he's got to pay the woman he assaulted, E. Jean Carroll. We haven't talked about her in a while. Everybody's sitting. Everybody's waiting patiently. Below the realm of the highest all around this earth, and say this too shall pass. Watch the angelic forms grab hands and sing out in glee that we are free. And listen, he's not going to go away overnight, but it's going to be way better than before. Think about it. When did we get any rest? When have we had any rest? That man has just continued. He still refused. Oh, I won. And they pulled all kinds, even the Supreme Court. I think I said this with Mel. When something's coming up to the Supreme Court and I see them having no choice but to say, not going to happen. And him being furious at him. And remember how mad he got at Kavanaugh for refusing something, and he really talked trash about Kavanaugh? He said I did everything I could to get him in there, and he's going to do this to me because the Supreme Court belongs to him. And I thought, ooh, Ooh, and I know who paid his bills. Ho, 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 ho. Let me tell you, he's going to do that again. He's going to do that again. So I kind of see why the Supreme Court, well, some of them like him, like that Thomas guy, but mostly everybody really, he's got something on these people. But pretty soon he's a nothing burger. Yeah, Kamala's going to go in there and things are going to change. Uh, okay. So, okay. Well, you guys, I really enjoyed this show. And hopefully we'll talk tomorrow, but we'll be celebrating. You guys take care of yourself. Don't worry. Do go about your day. If you don't even want to watch TV, don't watch it till tomorrow night or in the morning. If I hear one more time about it being really tight, I'll blow up. But we'll know tomorrow if it's really tight. Okay, I love you all, and I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers.